cubs are. I can see. Are those the older cubs or the little cubs? Those look like. Oh, there's still some cubs at the back there, Dave. Oh, they're the little ones. They're the little ones. To the right. And zoom over to the left. Oh, I think they're just behind the tree for you. There we go. You can see that little bit of movement there. They're the tiny little cubs. Mom's calling them back to come up to the buffalo kill now. Oh, look at that. Hello, little ones. Okay, Mom's going to probably bring them back to the buffalo kill. So what we're going to do is go wait there and let them come to us. Always very important, let the car run for a second so they get used to the sound of, at a younger age than the other cubs, to the rest of the pride. Let's have a look. Mom's calling them. There's one of the older cubs that's more used to the vehicles. I'm just going to... There's one of the littlies. You can listen to them. Mom's going to call them up. How's that, Dave? They should come up to us now. They're playing, actually chasing each other around. Yeah, they come, Dave. Yeah, come the little ones. Hello. So there are the littlies. Oh, so cute. Where's my camera? They're so fluffy. There they come back again with Mom. They got a fright when a vulture took off. And this is one of the older cubs with the mom of the little ones. Oh, isn't that sweet? And here we go. This is one of the slightly older ones walking straight up to us. Oh, they are so cute, the little fluffies. Vultures actually look like that. We're just going to sit very quietly here next to them. And the little guys are so fascinated. They're just watching the vultures fly around. Come, littlies. So these are the 3 that were at Buffalo's Hook in the drainage line that flows into Buffalo's Hook Dam. And it's incredible how fast they grow. Lion's milk is so rich in protein. And I know I said this yesterday and it's a little bit unfair to the sticks, but I definitely think the Nkuhuma cubs are better looking. See, they're getting more comfortable. Just a pity that very big leopard-faced vulture took off at the wrong time. And see that? Mom's going to call them again now. So I think this is probably their first excursion out of a den. That could account for their slight nervousness. see two of them. You see through the little gap there? Where is he? I think a little bit too much to the right, slightly. Oh, it's just behind the bush for you. Oh. We're just going to sit here very patiently. Judith says she doesn't think it was the vultures. It might have been my squeal of excitement. Well, that too, Judith, coupled with the fact of a dark shape hovering above. And a leopard-faced vulture is a very big animal. I'm just going to... You got a gap there, Dave? Let's see, I think it's... Just go in here. There. There they are. So they are coming back out of the thing. I'm sure Mom's going to start calling again shortly. Or the other option is one of the cousins is stalking them. There we go. That little one there, look. Oh, no, lay down. Now, Lael's wondering, would a large vulture, like the leopard-faced vulture, be able to take a cub? Now, they have been recorded hunting before, but it is very unusual behavior. But yes, a vulture of that size would be able to take off with a little baby lion cub. Very, very unusual, especially if there's a carcass around. And I think if they tried and get a very angry mom, I've actually seen a lioness catch a vulture midair as it was harassing her around a carcass. So we are going to have to be a little bit patient, and I'm pretty sure they're going to come up again. And watching Mom carefully. Oh yeah, that's another one of the older ones. Hi, Robert. Robert's wondering, what is the average number of cubs a lioness normally has? I'd say probably average 2. They can have as many in the wild. I think the most ever recorded is 6 in Kenya. And I mean, those Styx lionesses, they had 4, which is quite a large litter. 2 or 3, and sometimes even 1. But I'd say on average it's probably 2. Oh, she's calling. Sorry, I've just got to be on the game drive. Afternoon, Aubrey. Got Nkuhuma on Nyaribamba off Weaver's Nest next to Pangolin Track Junction. Myself here, Vernon making his way. Making a 2-vehicle sighting. They're very small mampimpans, so there's 6 mampimpans here at the moment. Are also here. Wait. It's nearly Palila though, but it was a big mafazi. Here come the little ones. Here they come, here they come, here they come. Copy, thanks, Orbs. Hello, cousin. There you go. Look at that, isn't it? Just too cute saying hello to cousin. He's going to come up to Mom now. Gotta start one. You can hear them begging. Oh, there we go. Now, guys, this is I reckon the first time the cubs have been introduced to the Pride, and they're no more than about 10 feet from us. I think she might want to take them to the kill to get them to start eating meat. So it's going to be, see, they're going to follow Mom. They're going to walk literally about 3 feet from us. Look at this little thing. Hi, guys. So this is the first time they've come close to a car. Look at them. They're watching carefully. We're going to go with the bigger cousin, feeling a bit safer there. Here comes the third of the small ones. Now they're literally right behind Dave. They're watching us. Look at them. Oh, they're so cute. Scamper, scamper. So, I'm not going to move the car yet. I'm going to let them get towards the buffalo carcass where they feel comfortable before I move. This is one of the older ones. So, oh, ow. So awesome. So, this is incredible. Okay, I'm just going to wait for all the cubs to be next to the mothers before I move the car. Okay, so while I'll wait for them to settle down, we're going to go back to Jamie and the elephant. Look at that, isn't that just to die for? Now, I'm going to just be patient. The little cubs keep moving way down towards the drainage system, and that's why I think it's the first time that they've been introduced to the Pride. There goes Mom, got to go fetch them again. They were with her, and they move away. They got bullied a little bit by a cousin. Anyway, she's calling them again. Just hear her calling them. But then the other ones are having a normal rough and tumble. Hi, Jean in North Carolina. And Jean's wondering, is there a buffalo? There it is. The retired buffalo. Young male by the looks of things. And Jean is wondering if this is the one they might have heard on Djuma cam last night. Jean, I think this is a bit far from the Djuma cam. So I think they might have attempted it on the Djuma cam and not succeeded. Oh, the baby's coming back. They're listening to Mom. They're about to pop into that gap there. So just there they are. So as soon as the cousins start getting a little bit sort of rough, they're not really used to it. Mom will call for them again now shortly. I definitely think this is probably the first day that these cubs have been introduced to the Pride. I'm just going to move forward a tiny bit. How's that, Dave? There we go. So you can see the three older ones getting stuck in. Listen to that noise. Hungry little tykes. Look at that. that. Sorry I'm being a bit quiet. I'm just watching carefully what's going on. Mom's off to go call. Look at that. Sorry guys, just got to be on the game drive quickly. That's standing by. That taxi, you can make your way to Aubrey as well. If you don't want to go down to CP, I'll make space for you and I'll just come back later. So guys, there's quite a big queue waiting to see these little cubs, and because it's the cubs are young and it's the first time that they've been introduced to the pride, so they're a little bit nervous still. Mom's wandered off to fetch them. Can you see Mom still, Dave?
I don't.
I think she's just behind. Yeah, there she's coming back with them. There she is. Copy. Look at that. Oh, there's two. Now where's number 3? So I think that single lioness that appeared on the Djuma cam probably went for a drink on her way to fetch these cubs and bring them to this buffalo carcass. So at about 2 o'clock, Jamie and I heard a lot of alarm calls below our house, and I think it was this lioness taking the little cubs to here. Now, if we look above where the lions are, there's another vulture species for the birds right above them. There we go. So the third vulture species, a hooded vulture. Okay, so I'm just going to reposition so we can get a better view, hopefully, of the tiny little ones. I'm going to still keep my distance from them. It's fine when they come in, but it's, for us, if they come towards us, it's okay. But if we force them or drive too close to them, it might cause them to run away again. So I'm going to keep my distance. If they come close to us, that's grand. But, of course, we want to get these guys habituated as possible. So while we move around slowly, we're going to go across to Jamie, and I've got to just be on the Game Drive channel. Sorry, taxi, yeah. So we're just sitting here very patiently. You can see all the adults have got nice, big, full bellies, and looking particularly healthy at the moment. The Nkuhuma ladies. Oopsie. They're all calling. And you see the lionesses, when she lifts her head like that, she's actually looking at a vulture. Now, if a vulture happened to come try land around this carcass, they would probably get quite upset. Now, the normally very relaxed cubs are a little bit nervous, and that's just because of the behavior of the little ones that aren't used to cars. So they obviously think that the little ones have seen something that they haven't seen, so they start behaving a little bit nervously. But this is how you habituate them. Just sit quietly and let them come to you. So both Taxon and myself are sitting quite far away from the little cubs, and we'll just wait to see if they come close to us like they did a little earlier, and that was absolutely incredible. So that's Mom of the older cubs, and they've gone to join the little cubs, but Mom is calling them back. Oof, flop. Now, Sarah's wondering, would the females leave the little cubs together when they go hunt, or would they separate the older and younger? they would leave them together. Now that they've joined the pride, you can hear the great go-away birds when they've spotted the lion as she stood up and walked a little bit. So they were alarm calling at her. So it's really awesome that Nkuhumas are going to be bolstered by 6 little ones. Hopefully all of them make it through to adulthood. And it's going to be interesting to see how many boys, how many girls. Now, for the success of the Nkuhuma Pride, more girls is better. Because boys are quite dangerous to have around, especially because of male lion coalitions and takeovers. But little girls are the future of the pride. I'm guessing there are at least 3 girls, I'm hoping. Maybe even 4, but if there are, then that would put the Nkuhumas quite close to 10, which is a big pride for the Sabi Sands area. So we're just going to sit quietly and patiently. I'm pretty sure the cubs will come back, but as I often say, patience is the most important weapon when you want to get those really good sightings. And being out in the bush, you do learn patience. Sorry about the shuffling, I'm just trying to move something without making too much noise. Here we go, all sorted. Oh, and flat she goes. She's happy that the cubs are safe. They're with the other lioness a little bit further away. And as I said, we're not going to push. We want those cubs to be nice and relaxed. And the best way is to just sit quietly and patiently. Hi, James. And James is talking about the fact that we mentioned that the Nkuhumas were on. There, look, here we go. There they're coming back, playing. See them? Oh, wonderful. So often it's just taking the time to sit patiently and wait, and she will bring the cubs back to the pride. Now, James, to answer your question, look at them, oh, they're so cute. The reason they didn't stay on that elephant carcass for too long, it's really risky, because that's a sort of source of meat that'll be around for a long time, and lots of vultures and things there, and it will attract, quite often will easily attract a nomadic male lion, and that's a huge threat to the cubs. So they normally will never spend too much time on a big carcass like an elephant. That's going to be there for sort of over 5 days, and especially if they've got young cubs like these with them. Oh, it's so cute. Running after Mom. There's Mom there. I think she's gone to fetch the 3rd cub. Disciplining. So Georgianne is wondering what's the approximate age difference between the 2 sets of cubs. Probably say about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Georgianne, It's very difficult to be exact. And here we go, here comes Mom. So the cubs should follow her. Get ready with those screenshots. So, there we go. Look at that. They're so cute. Oh man, yeah, they're coming right up to us. Again, this is where it's important. You let them come to you and you don't force yourself to them. And all the cubs are coming back. Listen to them, you can hear them. Unbelievable little guys. Hey guys. Got lots of cousins to play with now. Checking each other out. So how many we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's still one cub missing. I think it's one of the older ones. Standing by. I think so, Tex. Sorry, guys. Yeah, there's 3. Yeah, I'm not sure, but there's the 3 new ones. They're not as relaxed as the bigger ones. Sorry, guys, just chatting to Tex. So Tex has got an interesting theory that these could be different cubs than the ones at Buffelshoek. I film now down towards the Skova. Okay. So guys, we're going to make space now. We will try come back a little bit later, but we have had such a fantastic sighting of them. So the next vehicle's coming in, and it looks like they're going to go asleep now at the moment. Oh, it's just too cute. I hate to leave them, but we must share, and we can come back a little bit later. So while we make our way out of here, I'll definitely try come back a little bit later. Remember, we can't stay till too late because we don't put spotlights on cubs. But while we make our way out and give Vernon a chance, let's go and see how Jamie's faring. There we go. So welcome back. Actually, behind that buffalo's rib cage, and I'm hoping it's going to pop out shortly, there's a cub getting really stuck into that meat. And there's actually cubs spread out all over the place. You can see about 4 or 5. The lions have spread out quite a bit. 2 of the lionesses have moved towards the road. Apparently while we're gone, a hyena came meandering down the road and they went to chase it away. So we'll just wait here patiently. Look at that. Isn't that a silly looking face? That's got to be a boy. Only boys sit with their tongues under their mouth like that. Not quite as elegant as the ladies. Oh, they are just too cute. Oh, it's going to sleep. Meat and milk in his belly. Heavy head. Are we going to go all the way down? So, just to let you know, apparently there were 3 hyena, and the average rule for hyenas stealing kills from lions is, there we go, all the way down. You need 3 hyena per lioness. So, definitely not enough to put any pressure on the Nkuhumas. Oh, woke up again. And of course, being a little lion cub is dangerous with all the other predators around, like hyenas. But normally, it's other lions that are the biggest killers of lion cubs. Oh, what's the female up to? She might move the carcass a bit, or she's looking to where those other lioness went off. She's going to tug the carcass a bit. Hopefully she pulls it into a position where we can see the cub if he's feeding on the other side. There we go, there's his head popping out. Settling down to feed. Ooh, brave vulture just landed in front of me. Now, out of all the vulture species, there's the hooded vulture, is going, that's where it looks like they actually made the kill. Just to the left of the vulture, I can see the stomach contents. Now, with their small beak, it's not nearly as robust as the other vulture species. So they quite often will be able to pick up little scraps that the other vultures would ignore, being too small for them. There you can see, looking around, looking around. Oh, and it's found something. See that, Dave? Found something there. Found a little, it's the stomach, the outer stomach lining. Here comes another one. Now, the lions heard that vulture land. She turned around and looked at what it was feeding off and has ignored it. If some of the bigger vulture species happen to come to the ground, the lions might not be so forgiving. Okay, oh, the cubby's coming out. Hello. Now, oh, look at that. It looks like the cub's more playing with its food rather than eating it. Now, Alice in Ohio is wondering, do vultures only eat dead animals? 90% of their diet is made up of dead creatures. They will very, very seldom hunt. They prefer to scavenge. Where are you off to? Are we playing Stalk the Sleeping Cub? I think that's the game. Stalk the Sleeping Cub. And attack. Oh, that wasn't a very stealthy attack. So they're watching the vulture that just landed behind me. You can see their eyes are fixed on it. Trying to see where the other lionesses are. I don't have a visual of them at the moment. Oh, there's heavy heads getting a heavy head again to the right there. Oh, very heavy head. Watching the vultures here. If you can hear a hissing, almost like a shushing sound, that's the vultures behind me. You can see they're quite interested in the vultures. But will it be enough to keep those eyes open? I don't think so. He's watching the vultures. If we come out, let's just have a look at these vultures. There's some relatively interesting stuff happening that the lion cubs are watching. Oh, they've just stopped now, but they might do it again. So they're just up here next to me. And there's a bit of an argument going on about perching spots. Is that a great? There we go. Oh, there we go. Vulture fight. So who gets the best spot? Oh, this could get interesting. One of the bigger white-backed. Was it a Cape vulture? Looks like it could be a Cape vulture. I can't really see through the bush at the moment. It's bigger than a white-backed vulture and pale. Has landed next to the hooded vultures. Now, if one of the lions who's gone off to chase something sees that on the ground, I'm not sure whether it's a Cape vulture. I can't really see through the thicket yet, but it could be Cape vultures around here very easily. So they're slightly paler and slightly bigger than the white-backed vulture. Joan was actually asking for a Cape vulture to add to her bird list. And they are sometimes a bit more brave, and they are slightly bigger. I think we might get a few more vultures coming onto the ground, and that could cause the lioness to chase them. So let's just watch what's happening here. Okay, let's just see. Now, what we're looking for is if that Cape vulture opens its wings, it's got much lighter underneath the wings, and also it's got a line of little black dots there. And a yellow eye. Can we see the eye color yet? It's one of the diagnosed features. It could just be a pale white back. I don't see a yellow eye, do you, Dave? Yeah. Let's have a look. Where is it? Come on, show us your head. There we go. It's a white-back vulture. It's a very pale white-back vulture. Okay. Now the cubs are actually just watching what all the vultures are up to. So it's just watching the vultures. It's like lion cub TV vultures. Okay, so I'm just going to be on the game drive for a little bit. Actually, I'll do it just now. But Diana is there fighting. So what happens is the lionesses will actually fight with each other quite aggressively over the carcass. Now, a big carcass like this, and they've all full, it's not such a big issue. But if it had been a small carcass, like an impala or something, they will definitely fight. Oh, vultures flying in there. They just keep landing in this tree next to us and then coming down onto the ground where the stomach contents are. Okay. So, Dana, with the cubs, they'll be fighting amongst the cubs between each other, but at this age, the lionesses might snarl at them, might give them a bit of a tap, but there's unlikely to be any serious aggression while they're that little. Still watching the vultures. Now, I can only see 3 cubs. I'm sure the other 3 are around somewhere. And I think we've got 2 different sets of cubs here. We've got the slightly bigger ones and then the little fluff balls. Now, as I said, Taxon seems to think, and he could be right. I mean, we haven't had the best view of them just yet, and long enough that this could be the third set of Nkuhuma cubs, and that lioness who was mating might have had cubs that whole time. But we're only going to be able to find that out in the next little while. Let's go back to the vultures. There's quite a lot happening there. You can see the lions looking at them. So, oh, a tawny eagle's just landed as well, right at the top. So, eagles also definitely not scared of a bit of scavenging. So we've got tawny eagle, but the vultures on the ground are starting to fight a bit. Oh. And we can see we've got two different species on the ground there. And Mohammed in Doha is saying, is it common to have multiple species of vultures around a carcass? Oh, there's one about to land in, Dave. Just stay there. Boom. Not the most graceful landing. And Mohammed, it is. We've seen 3 different species of vulture. There's only one vulture species left that we get in this area that we haven't seen just yet. And that is the white-headed vulture. It's also the rarest vulture species. That's a hooded vulture there. Now, if more vultures come down, it might tempt the lions into... Okay, here it comes. So, watch her. As I said, the vultures, just like hyenas, they irritate lions. So she might, because they're starting to make a noise, they're starting to flap around, she might see them off. Is that amber eyes? I think it is. Look to that little hole where the elephants dig water. Oh, she's scent marking after her successful chase of the vultures. And she showed them. There you go. You can see that's not one of the lactating females. I go back to the carcass. I think they might be heading for water, the other 3 lionesses. Now, it is getting quite dark, so I don't want to spend... Oh, we got some nice fighting going on. Talk about... You can see where the word pecking order comes from when you watch vultures. Let's see if they still continue to peck each other. There we go. And of course those beaks could do some serious damage. They're able to open up carcasses. I really love the way vultures move. It is quite comical. Now, James is wondering how long it takes a juvenile vulture to get its adult. There we go, here we go. Peck, peck, peck. The adult. Now, there's plenty of room for both of them, but obviously it is quite interesting. Now, it appears out of the bush. Now, maybe it's the 4th one or the 5th one. So there's 3 that Elvis is following, and this one's just appeared out of the bush. Stopping at the exact same spot for a sniff of the scent mark, it looked like. Let's It's one of the lactating females. She's calling. So she's probably calling for the little... Oh, here we go. All the lions are arriving back. But let's just stick on the one who's calling, because she might want to call those 3 other cubs. There's one of her cubs to the left of us and who's responding. There's other moms, so now we know who the 2 moms are from the calling. We've got a mom either side. She's going to walk right past us, right next to Dave. Dave, you better behave yourself. Let's come this side. There's going to be either a fight or a greet. I'm just going to keep quiet while there's a bit of calling going on. Oh, they'll stretch. Let's see where that other lion is. She went behind Dave. I can't see her at the moment. Bite. Bite each other. So 2 lionesses have come back. Well, we actually see quickly to the adult female. She was trying to pull the buffalo away from the other lioness, even though the other lioness isn't really feeding it. She got it stuck. Oh, there we go. She's going to walk to the cubs now. See that snarl as she goes past. My meat. There we go, calling the cubs. I can just hear the other lioness calling very softly behind me somewhere. I can't see her. I think she's going to lie down quite close to the cubs there. There we go. Flop. Oh, hi, Ma. So, look at them clambering all over Mom. One's already started suckling. Oh, isn't that just too precious? Bite you. I'm trying to drink here. Oh, can you hear the noise again? Oh, yeah, 2 are suckling now. The third's got a toy, a piece of buffalo dung, and he's throwing around. That didn't taste very nice. Watching the vulture fly up off the ground. playing with the buffalo dog. He's killing it. So all these little games that little cubs play are very important. And that's practice for later on in life. And you don't have to teach a lion how to hunt. It's got that knowledge instinctively. They are the supreme African predator. Thirsty little tykes. So Haley's noticed that the little lion cubs are quite spotty on their heads and on their legs, and she's wondering why. Well, Haley, when the mothers leave them to go off hunting, it's to help. Oh, listen. Hyena's calling. Whoop. Wonder if it's calling for backup. Sorry, Haley. I got sidetracked by that hyena calling. Haley's wondering why they're spotty, and it's when they're young, it's to help with their camouflage, because the mom has to leave them. Oh, he's got the buffalo dung. The mothers have to leave them while they go hunting. So when that spottiness helps break up their outline, and so they can hide better from other predators. Having great fun with that piece of buffalo dung. Here comes the other mom. Just chat, Elvis. So there's 3 more Mompimpan that side. Oh, they're coming. Oh, yeah, they come. They're not very relaxed, these ones. Here they come. Here come the little guys. See, just sitting patiently pays off. All the noises. Look at their little ones. Just keep on the adult to the right. There might be a bit of a... And no, she's lying down. Don't worry. I thought she was going for the carcass. There might be a bit of an argument if she had. Oh, look at these little ones. Making all this. Oh, you can hear the other ones feeding on mom behind the bush quite aggressively. Oh, those are little lion growls you can hear. Oh, the 5th lioness looks like she's stalking hyena. So there were 3 hyena around, and I've just spotted it just up ahead here. She's moving that way, but she's down in the stalk. I've lost sight of her now. I'm just trying to see if we can pick up the movement. She was moving through here. And her ears were flat. Can't see her now. Okay, I'll keep an eye on that area. Look at that. I wonder where the third one is. Around somewhere. Now, I'm trying to remember from seeing that female mating. Did she have a wound on her left or right side? No, that was Amber Eyes who had that. Oh, look at that. Just too cute. So fluffy. Oh, here comes that last lioness. So all 5 lionesses are accounted for. There she comes. Now, Zoe is asking, have the Nkuhumas had successful litters before these? They've had quite a few, Zoe. One of the adult lionesses is the last successful litter, and of course then there was Junior as well. And see, there's a third female with suckle marks. The conundrum continues. Poof. So there could still be more cubs around. So it is getting quite dark. We're not going to stay here for too much longer. Isn't it wonderful to be able to enjoy these almost sort of secret moments in lion life? And it is incredible that we are sitting here and you guys are watching tiny little lion cub suckle at the exact same time as we are. And in the middle of the bush, we're able to bring you a live safari. Oh, there's a little... Oh, just come. There's a little one coming through towards the carcass. Not sure if it wants to feed. Looks like it's smelling something. Hi, Kim. Kim is in sunny Florida. Kim would like to know, would the female cubs stay with the pride even when they're adults? I think it's scared of the buffalo. There we go. And Kim, yes, they will. So the only time females will leave their natal pride is when they get very, very big, sort of over 25, 30 individuals, and it becomes difficult to provide enough food. Then the pride splits normally. But a pride this size, the female cubs will stay with their moms and aunts. Little guy sneaking off back to the drainage. Oh no, he stopped for a lie down. Oh, she's going to pull the carcass. Look at those three little hooligans attacking the buffalo's ear. Biting its nose, biting its ear. They're not really feeding on the meat, they're just playing. Isn't this just wonderful to sit here and watch these little balls of cuteness? Oh, look at those claws coming out. Using them to hook. Of course, those claws are going to become very deadly weapons in a few years' time. Who knows, maybe we have some of the future buffalo hunting experts in the making. So we heard that hyena calling. I wonder if it's going to be calling for backup. But so, as I was saying, on average, there's 5 adult lionesses here. So you'd need at least 15 hyenas, possibly a few more, to be able to push them off this carcass. It's trying to have a scratch and still play with that buffalo nose. Well, it's decided the nose is far more entertaining. And the 2 little ones who are not used to cars are literally fascinated by us. They're just sitting watching Elvis and myself. You can see they're a little bit younger. I think Saxon might be right. They are a little bit younger than the other 3, but I don't know if they are as young as those ones that were at Buffelshoek Dam. It's going to be really fascinating to see what happens. Oh, look at that. That is just so, so wonderful. Little fluff monsters. So you can see they've just come out of the den and they still feel safer in a thicket, so they constantly go into that little thicket and then lie down in there. Even though Mom's right there, they're not used to all the hustle and bustle of the pride. You can see those three have been with the pride for a bit longer. Quite comfortable around a buffalo carcass. So we're going to leave shortly, as it's getting a bit dark and we don't want to be hanging about here. Oh, let's just see where that female goes. If she goes to start feeding, we could get a little bit of aggression from the other female. But I think she's just going to lie down. Isn't this just splendid? So I said we're going to leave, we're going to close the sighting, and we'll have to come and see what's happened overnight. First thing tomorrow morning. So while we leave the Nkuhumas to, oh, just wait 1 second, what happens now? Enjoy their buffalo. Is there going to be one last little argument before we leave? What's going to happen? The little cubs are actually feeding rather than playing now, and you hear them growling at each other. Right, let's leave the Nkuhumas to their dinner, and while we do that and navigate out of this area, and let's go see what Jamie's been up to.